Hey, okay, welcome back to the Caribou Data Science Channel. This is an impromptu recording. It's being released Friday night at midnight. Has to do with analysis of the infant deaths. Infant being defined as a child between birth and 1 year by cause and by sex. And you have like 20 different causes. We're going to take a look at the top 10 causes of infant deaths, okay, in the world. Okay, so we're going to be using Quattro, so we set up our YAML there. You can see it right there. You notice the table of contents and turn off code output. And most importantly here it says death rates per 100,000 for infants less than a year old. And this data is from 2018. It comes from our world in data. Okay. So next we're going. Most important thing here is ibis. Okay. If you don't know what ibis is, go to ibis. Search Google for the ibis project. What it does, it gives us, allows us to run Python code against a DuckDB background, or not only DuckDB, but it can also be, MySQL, it can be Postgres, it can be SQL Server, and probably a good dozen number of data backends you can actually run Python code against, or maybe I should say a subset of Python code. So let's go ahead and load our libraries. Now let's load our data. Here's our sample data. It's sorted by the number of deaths, and you can see the biggest number of deaths is by males. That's preterm birth. I'm not quite sure what preterm birth means, but does that mean abortion? Well, that's interesting. But nonetheless, well, I hate to say it, but there's more males die than females during the first year of life. Okay. Now we're going to do a little bit of descriptive statistics here, as you can see. I'll mention here that the select statement in this case is the ibis function. All right, is the ibis function. And we're pulling out the death command. We're going to describe, but then we pull out the mean, the minimum, the max, first quantile, median, and third quantile. So you can see between first and third quantile, there's a pretty good gap. Okay. But you can also see it would appear that the median is closer to the first quantile. Okay. So now let's come over here. Let's calculate the total deaths by sex. Take a look at our total deaths by sex. Again, this is a simple group by function, and an aggregate followed by an aggregate function, and a sum function. Okay. So now you can see that in terms of the total deaths per 100,000, well, males have a higher rate of death. Okay. Now for the big one. What about the top 10 causes of death? Okay. Did I miss something here? Oh, what's important up here, I forgot to mention. We're only pulling out the top 20 rows, but the top 20 is the most deaths. Okay, that's why it doesn't make any sense. So come down here now, and here you can see it. I'm not sure. I wonder what preterm deaths actually. Maybe they define preterm deaths up here. Neonatal preterm birth. Wonder what that means. Alright, I'm not quite sure what that means, but you get the picture. So nonetheless, you can see that in all these things, there are more males dying per 100,000 than females, except for this last one here. More females die in the first year than from nutritional deficiencies. Okay. So now let's come back over here. Let's just render this using Quattro. You go here. We got our introduction, we got our sample data, we got our descriptive statistics, we got total infants, and number and top 10. Okay? Not a bad effort, not a bad effort. It probably took me like 30 minutes. All told, it probably took me, the initial design took about 30 minutes. Then I probably spent another 30 minutes trying to tweak the design to get it just the way I want it to. Now, it is interesting. There is a, why is there a line underneath there? Oh, this is interesting. By default, it's putting a line underneath each, underneath each, what? Underneath each section. That's interesting. All right. All right. Interesting. And there it is. And there you have them. There's your, let's save this one again then, just to make sure we got the most recent one. And there you have it, friends, a very brief video showing how to use ibis and basic, particularly ibis and basic plotting functions to create a decent report with good information on it, okay?